So as we mentioned earlier in the show, the Supreme Court today ruled that President Trump violated federal law when he unilaterally imposed sweeping tariffs around the globe. In the 6-3 majority opinion, Chief Justice John Roberts emphasized that the power to enact such tariffs should clearly be granted by Congress. He added the emergency authority that the president attempted to rely on falls short. So today's decision could have some major implications around the country and here in Colorado. So to help us understand this ruling, we brought in MSU Denver professor of economics, Kishore Kulkarni. Got it.
Kulkarni.
Yeah. Kulkarni, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Let's just talk about this ruling. What does it mean?
It means that president just cannot get up and on the social media say, I want to put 50% tariff on country XYZ or any other country that he has in mind. And that is been taken care of with this ruling because it has a little background of 1977 Act called International Emergency Economic Power Act, which allowed the president to unilaterally put tariffs, but not to a very big extent, and not when there is not emergency. And today, Supreme Court has said that there is neither an emergency and this is excessive taxes, so he couldn't do that.
But now he's saying that he's going to impose 10% tariffs. So
that's not excessive.
Okay.
And that's where the excessive or non-excessive comes.
Okay, so is this not going to be able to happen? What's going to happen next? Because he did state that. So what do we do? What happens?
Well, two things can happen, and I think President already said that in the press conference today, that number one, he's going to put 10% on all imports now,
right,
which is not significant. And second, he may try putting import licensing fee and try licenses and put quota on the imports. But in either cases, the impact of all that is not going to be as large as having a 50% tariff on all imports.
Yeah. When we talk about the economy, I think a lot of people are really worried about this and the impact it was going to have. And it already sort of led to some preemptive decisions, did it not? A lot of people said, oh, let's do this because these tariffs are coming.
This creates uncertainty. And now there is uncertainty, which is even more, because now we are waiting for what is his next move. And all businesses are doing the same thing. Consumers are going to be worried as well. So, so now the point is, what is the next move from the Trump administration?
Mm-hmm. And who does this affect? Is this affecting the consumer, the businesses, all of the above, or is this helping, as President Trump states that it is?
Depending upon which good you are importing, it can affect consumers, producers, and of course government, because government collects the revenue. But it does affect consumers because if you are importing, say, vegetables or steel for that, then we have to pay higher for those imported goods. And paying higher means prices have to go up somewhere.
I think we learned a little bit as Americans about what comes from where, right? I mean, when you think about even the produce or whatever when you go to the grocery store, everybody is impacted by tariffs.
Correct, without doubt. And I think especially the imported part. And we do import, we are the largest importing country in the world. So we do import quite a bit from a lot of countries in the world. Like 140 countries export to us. And therefore, we have to be very careful about not importing and importing with tariffs or without tariffs.
It's the small businesses we heard a lot from. Small businesses that said, this is potentially going to end my business because I can't afford to. Yeah, a lot of them have closed.
Businesses that are importing the good.
Yeah.
Businesses that are not importing, like say autos, then they are probably producing at home and probably have a little bit more advantage of this. But otherwise, that's the argument. Means the whole reason why we have tariff is to protect our domestic producers. And those domestic producers, at least for the short term, do get protected by the tariff.
Okay. All right. Professor, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We always appreciate your knowledge.
Thank you very much.